This is Lowcountry Unscripted After Dark. Real voices, raw conversations, no filters. Broadcasting from the Coastal Solutions Media Studios in Hardyville, South Carolina. Here are your hosts, Brian and Gina Pierce.
Hey, Lowcountry. Welcome back to Lowcountry's Unscripted Halloween Special Edition. My name's Brian. Gina, tell them what's going on in the Lowcountry.
What's up, y'all? Happy early Halloween. We are ready to rock and talk a little bit about some popular topics of interest for the weekend. However, we do have a very special guest. Our one and only son, Jack Groff, is here.
Hello, Mom. Hello, Dad.
Hey, how are you, Jack? Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, this is his first appearance, so...
We talk about it, but he is usually unavailable. So... Today he made time for us.
Yep, I sure did.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I dressed appropriately for the occasion.
Yeah, for the Halloween edition.
Yes,
yeah.
Precisely.
You. Thank you for participating.
And happy Halloween, Lowcountry. It is officially Halloween. So this is Gina's Super Bowl, as we have discussed it here in the past. And she is ready to, this is her episode.
This is my episode. Very similar to, I don't know, like every other show that's had Halloween episodes before. But I was just talking with Jack earlier on before we started this episode about the first time I took him trick-or-treating. So the weather's going to be really great for this weekend, especially for trick-or-treating tomorrow night, or I should say tonight, because you all are watching this hopefully right now. But we are trying to figure out the bumps here. But it is going to be a nice weekend for trick-or-treating. Y'all should know your designated times that your local areas prefer you all to be trick-or-treating in. Please be mindful of the pedestrians if you are driving. And please don't drink and drive. That's my public service announcement.
Yeah, for you adults out there that are trick-or-treating for... the Jello shots and such, and we know that 80 houses equates to about 55 Jello shots. Which, just be mindful and
don't drive.
Yeah,
get an Uber. There's plenty of them. They will all pick you up. It's fine. Uber, Lyft, call somebody.
They'll take you anywhere around here for $40, and it's $5,000 for the attorney for the DUI plus your bond. So
yep, exactly right.
Not worth it.
Nope, it definitely isn't. Was talking to Jack earlier about first time he ever went trick-or-treating. He fell asleep. He went as Captain America. He did pretty well, and then we had to carry him back in the wagon, and he was a pretty heavy kid, so that was fun. Yeah. Brian, do you remember what your first Halloween costume was by chance?
Yeah, Maria made it, and I was a clown. Your
Nice.
favorite. Both me and my brother. They were silk clown outfits, and they were awesome.
Did you paint your face?
Yes.
That sounds awesome.
It was more. We were kids,
You're like a
the
Harlequin?
happy. Yeah, like the the little star you point on their face like this, eh?
Yep.
Maria's like, the boys are so cute. Oh, look at them. Oh, Brian, you're such a good boy. So,
You know what my first Halloween costume was? I was a gypsy.
no, you don't
Gypsy?
say.
Yeah.
Boy.
Like a fortune teller.
Nothing's
Oh.
changed, the Lowcountry.
No, like a fortune teller. Like that kind of gypsy.
Now you look like a gypsy all the time. Like with the rings and the bracelets. And you should bring a crystal ball and put it over there on the table.
I've had it over there before. It doesn't really get
Start
seen.
telling the Lowcountry's fortunes.
No, they just have to tell me what they want to know.
So does anybody want to ask what I am for Halloween? I'm waiting.
Well, we were waiting for you.
That's my surprise.
What are
Lowcountry,
you
I told him
doing?
I had a surprise for him.
Okay.
And I put this outfit on. And Gina, what did I tell you I was putting on this outfit to be?
Well, Dad, what are you for Halloween this year?
What did I tell you I was going to be in the bathroom?
A cougar hunter?
Yeah, a cougar chaser.
A cougar chaser?
A cougar chaser. Because Gina's like, I'm not a cougar. I'm like, in my mind, you are. So
I'm
because
100.
I was going to have this top hat on. However, I told her a complete bluff. And my Halloween costume, Lowcountry, if you would like to look, is a bathrobe. And we have under here a podcast shirt. And yes, I have a tie on. This is how I feel my wife thinks I go to work every day. She thinks that I honestly think this is how she envisions me. She brings up all the time about how, oh, you work at home. And when she says that, I go, I wonder what in my wife's mind, she is at work and she does think these things, and all of your spouses do. She goes, I wonder what Brian looks like at home working. And this is what I think the picture is. It's painted in her mind that I'm in my slippers and I'm in my
Which you are.
pajamas. I'm in my house. I mean, I'm in my pajamas and like that's it. And that's how I stay all day.
Do you wear pajamas?
Jack, how am I dressed when I come to pick you up for school?
You are always wearing either Coastal Solutions Media merch or the podcast merch, and typically in jeans, in your shoes, and a hat.
Yeah. Same. So it's like, but this is how I think my wife thinks I work from home. I work at home, and this is how I look. I honestly, and she knows that I'm right, and she's wrong. And but I do want it for Halloween. I want it to be my wife's depiction of me because I work from home for Coastal Solutions Media.
That's pretty big brain of you, Dad.
I know, right?
Wow.
Gotcha.
That's so nice.
The top hat would have been a bonus, but I can't get it out with the headset, and I can't produce the show without the headset.
That's the last time that I ask which costume you prefer me in.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the other one next time.
Yeah, which costume?
Wait, why? Because and listen, ladies
First
and
of all,
gentlemen,
you never wear that bathrobe, so I know for a fact that you don't wear it during the day. I don't see you as that.
look, it may be a slight exaggeration of your view, but I think you think I'm in like in what I woke up in or something.
No,
And it's not the case.
It's okay. But thank you though for thinking of me in such a great way.
Yeah. So
Wow.
one shot for Brian. So anyhow, I had to bring some kind of humor into this, or at least make Gina. She's over there. She's trying to hold back this massive shit-eating grin that she wants to have on over there. Look at her. You can tell. And I found a couple of the shots in there, so I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera over to her just so you guys all saw it. She's like, oh, boy, he is right. I do think he just sits around and lays around, does nothing but wrong.
No, I think you're wrong.
I will tell you that. I should have been Donald Trump, but we don't get political here. However, I just happen to be very good at doing the Donald.
That's true.
So there was I don't think I had much else aside from Gina is going to have at the end. I think we'll wait till the end to have her little. Did you have something? Did you have a Halloween? Were you going to talk a little about the history of Halloween, or?
I don't really think anyone cares about the history of Halloween.
Stick around, Lowcountry, because at the end of the show, we do have something special. Gina is going to tell us about the traditions and the history behind the day of October 31st, where we celebrate Halloween. Kids trick or treat and all that. So you're going to get a little bit of a history lesson, or I guess a tradition lesson from the one and the only witch over here.
That's me.
Did you bring your broom?
Seemed
like an opportunity missed. It would have been a great prop.
I don't know where it is, to be honest.
That's no shock.
No.
Shocker.
Somebody moved it last year and put it somewhere that I did not designate a place to put it, and now it's freaking missing, and I'm really upset by that.
I think we can find her a broom. I'll bet there's one in the garage that's kind of worn. Her. It seems like your mom's broom, if she rode one, it would be the one that was like really worn. The one that they used on the pavement on the outside of the doorway.
That's probably what happened to it.
It's from too many U-turns on that broom, scratching the pavement.
Or they were playing Quidditch too much.
Yeah. So anyways, before we get to Gina's snippet about Halloween, stick around for that. We are going to talk about a few things going on about around the Lowcountry. And I'm going to take it off right. I'm going to start right at the top. So Lowcountry, I put an update on our last podcast when I posted it because it happened right after we got done filming, of course, the one Billy Squires. That's right. He had bracelets put on him. Sled brought him to the Beaufort County Detention Center, where the next day, a judge, and I don't remember his name, but stand by for his news, issued him bail. He issued him bond, and it was $40,000 cash or $45,000 cash, which he's got to come up with 10% of. Big deal. And then $65,000 recognizance bond, where he just has to show back up or else they're going to stick a warrant out for him. And the bottom line is this: he's out, and the judge that was the bond court judge for his hearing and his little buddy's hearing, who, by the way, it's now known that because it came out in the bond hearing that he lied to the cops and he lied to Billy Squires about those kids ever having a gun. It was all made up. So this entire situation
Waste of time.
was started from the neighbor because he told Billy that these kids had a gun, and then he recanted that statement and said, "No, I didn't mean it. They didn't have a gun."
Great.
So this could have been completely avoided because of two guys that have been drinking alcohol. And let's start some shit because we don't like these kids. I know how this went. You want to start some shit because you don't like those kids walking through your neighborhood. I know it. And you made up a lie about them, and then you called Billy hoping that you could have something done with these kids from a legal standpoint. Bad idea, and it backfired at you, and I'm glad it did. So the judge that was the bond court judge for these two hooligans, the day after he issued this bond, DUI accident.
He hit a Hyundai with a 83-year-old lady in it.
Doing a little drinky sauce. So, hey, you fuck around and find out. I mean, that's, FAFO. That's always, I'm glad you found out, Mr. Judge. Haven't heard a whole lot of good things about you lately, Mr. Bond Court Judge. Last week, it was the sheriff that came out, and I don't know, I'm not going to say it's the same bond court judge, but he's these low minimum bonds that are being set by these bond court judges. Look, at the end of the day, they've got a guideline that they have to follow, but they can issue whatever legitimate bond there is. They have guidelines as minimums and maximums and all that. And PJ Tanner said it's laughable what these kids, these 16, 17-year-olds, or 18, 20, these younger kids are getting out of jail for. He said it's laughable, but it's not funny. And that's exactly what he said. And it's not funny. And here we go again. It's just like, you can go and point a gun at some kids, 4 kids. There should have been a whole lot more charges of endangerment, false imprisonment, kidnapping. I mean, there was no reason to do that shit. None. And I think they went light on him, and I think it's a complete disgrace. But that's my story on that. I just wanted to make sure that you know about the bond court judge. He's a magistrate in Beaufort County. And, they're out, and he's in. That's the funniest part. He let them out on a small bond, and guess who's now sitting in the pokey? The judge that issued the bond. I think the story is hysterical.
Except that he hit an 83-year-old lady in her car. That's crappy. We don't like that.
That's the story there. We're still out looking for these. For anybody to turn us in some information to Crime Stoppers. $15,000. Do I hand 20? I don't know that. And that right there is the story. It sounds like maybe there's more people are going to put some money in the pot. Look I don't care. $500,000, $1 million. It's not worth having to walk around the rest of your life with a target on your back.
Right.
So, that's going to weigh heavy on you. It's going to adversely affect your health. I promise, because you're going to be stressed about it all the time. It's not worth it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And $15,000 isn't that much these days. It doesn't even buy you a car. It doesn't buy you. I mean,
no,
I don't know what it
doesn't buy you a new life. That's for sure.
Buy you a skateboard. That's about it.
Every single time.
Yeah. So another thing I did see on, not just social media, but this storm, Hurricane Melissa, unfortunately, it destroyed Jamaica. And so I say this, Lowcountry, if the best thing you can do to help Jamaica is when they get back up and running, meaning, like right now, the airport, and I think in Montego Bay, it's shut down. The Kingston airport's open, but the Montego Bay one took a really, they had a lot of damage. And, and once their port gets open, it's just to go down there and to be a tourist and spend money in their economy because they're going to need it.
Yep.
I don't know if they recover from this. So, and without help of the rest of the world, like World Aid. So,
I don't know.
It's pretty bad. But the news to this is, and the unfortunate news, there's a lot of unfortunate news. Aside Jamaica, Cuba took a hit. But because it's a very mountainous region and it's it's slowed it up, it allowed for a frontal system to pass in front of it. So the spaghetti models are now changing a little bit. This was supposed to drift out to sea, and now I guess there's been a little bit of a shift.
Okay.
But nothing to worry about right now because it's moving at like the speed of smell. So
Wow.
Good times.
well, it grew right there off the coast of Jamaica for like 4 days. It was nothing. And it just that's what happens this time of the season.
Yeah, because it's time
They can
down.
start stirring. You know how they stir up in the Gulf of America.
Yeah.
It's the Gulf of America. I signed an executive order, and that's what it's going to be. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you enjoy it. What else you got for us, Gina? This is your show, your holiday show.
Well, I'm just reading some different origin stories of Halloween itself.
I'm going to tell you a little story about the Lowcountry Halloween Spooky Ghost Encounter.
Oh my God.
That sounds like
That
a
is
Party
creepy.
City
See, it wouldn't sound
commercial.
Anyways, yeah.
like that if I did that.
No, that sounds like the guys below the ground.
Yeah.
That voice sounded like one of those old Party City commercials.
Oh yeah, this is just a disguiser. This is a little better, but
I am not, as everybody should be aware, I am not one of those people that as soon as Halloween is over, I start decorating for Christmas. It takes
Spoiler
me,
alert.
It
Nope.
takes me a couple weeks because I have to get everything ready.
She's a Halloweeniac.
It's a truth.
Yeah, Gina, so tell us about the Halloween. What do this is your Super Bowl.
So I want you to announce it.
You want me to announce
I want you
it?
to announce your Super Bowl. You're at the 50-yard line in the broadcast booth. Bring us into your Halloween special with your facts and tradition and all that. Let's hear about it. Low Country, I give you the witch, Gina. Take it away with the traditions of Halloween.
Go ahead, Mom.
Well,
Too bad you didn't bring your broomstick. It would have been fantastic.
Okay, you know what? Maybe you could find it for
And
me.
then you could have cleaned up in here after we were done.
That's not one of those kind of rooms. You gonna let me talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go
It's all
ahead,
you,
Mom.
Bubba.
Well, Halloween is obviously to mark the evening before the Western Christian feast of All Saints' Eve. So it is a Celtic tradition to start with, and marks the end of summer and of harvest. However, now it's really evolved into traditions, as you all know, of costumes, candy, trick-or-treating, carving pumpkins, and ridiculous amounts of spooky decor. As everyone is aware, we like it like that. Honestly, though, the Celtics believed that the boundary between the worlds of the living and dead became blurred on this night, and they lit bonfires and wore costumes to ward off ghosts. So originally, that's why people wore costumes, was to ward off ghosts. And then Pope Gregory III in the 8th century designated November 1st as a time to honor all saints. So that's why the evening before became All Hallows Eve and then eventually became Halloween.
Ah,
So that's the thought process behind that.
interesting.
Believe it or not, trick-or-treating emerged from an old Irish and Scottish custom called guising, which became popular in the early 1900s. So that's just a little bit of something. Most people, as you know, children are the ones that dress up in costume and go trick-or-treating, but that doesn't mean they're the only ones that do. Yay! I love their common decorations. Common decorations include carved pumpkins, skeletons, and spooky themed items like ghosts and witches and monsters.
Let's hear about your common decorations. What do you enjoy decorating with Halloween? Now, you listen, Low Country, you see what's behind her, but look, that is a half of 1% of what's in this house.
Ain't
A tenth of 1%.
Every
that
room
the
has its
truth?
own theme. Every
Ain't
room.
that the
Well, you don't
truth?
have to get up and do a show and tell with us. I'm just
I
asking
wasn't
you,
gonna get up.
what are your favorite decorations? Your
Pumpkins.
top three. No, the top three in the house. What are your top three favorite decorations? If I told you the house is on fire, you can pick 3 Halloween decorations to run out of this joint with. The rest of them are going to burn up. What are the 3?
I think I know them. I'm going to let her answer.
I mean, if it's one collective thing as one thing, those 3 pumpkins behind me.
No, that's one
Them.
item.
Yep. The 2 big ones out there. Those
Listen,
ones as
you
well.
got to be able to carry it.
Those they aren't heavy.
No, I understand behind you. What are you going to put these under?
I'll have a bag ready.
Okay.
Probably I really like my ghost pillows. I do. I like the ghost pillows. Jack has one. I have one. And it's hard to.
Wow. So hey, you know what, Jimmy?
Jimmy's new.
You're out, buddy.
Jimmy's new.
You're
this
burning
year.
up in the fire, Bob.
Jimmy is new this year.
Oh, poor Jimmy.
At least we know the mirrors won't melt. So.
Yeah,
Jimmy
that's
is
true.
new this year.
And he's not on the top of the
I
list.
love him
Wow.
though. Yeah, no, I would keep him up all year round. To be honest.
Oh, look at that! My mic arm's blocking Jimmy's eyes. There you go. But everybody,
yeah.
Jimmy
well,
looks
Jimmy,
so
they know
sad.
about Jimmy. Everybody knows about Jimmy.
He looks
Everybody knows
very
about
sad.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
But regardless, though, yeah, I mean, I've always loved Halloween, so I enjoy being able to decorate for myself, for other people. It's just something I enjoy. But pumpkins really are my jam. They are. If I had my witch's broom, it would probably be even better. But I don't.
Yep. The opportunity missed.
I believe it's up in the attic.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I really think it's up there.
Cool. So, hey, Lowcountry. So, anyways, that was Gina's special there. But now we got another special for you because typically on After Dark we do not have guests, but tonight we do have a special one. So you've heard a lot about him, but I'm sure you want to hear from the man, the myth, the legend himself. He's from the likes of
Upstate New York.
Upstate New York. He hails from the Webster area, but he has lived here for quite some time. So now he's a resident of Hardyville, South Carolina. So welcome to the Lowcountry, Jack.
It's an honor to be here.
Fantastic. Do you enjoy it? You like the weather?
Yeah.
Yeah. You like it better down here? Or you...
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Cool. So, you have heard his mom talk about him and myself talk about him in a variety of topics to include the place he goes to school, the Jasper County education system, his drumming when Holly Hammett was on the show. We talked to her whenever we talk about music or anything, Jack's name gets brought up. So we're going to find out a little bit more about that and a little bit more about Jack's his hobbies and his interests that you hear about all the time, which end up turning into some kind of viral story or something we're talking about. So everybody welcome Jack to the show. Yay.
I'm glad to be here, everybody.
That's good. So Jack, tell us a little bit about yourself. They've heard where you're from and now you live here. And so tell us, tell them where you go to school, what grade you're in, and the things you enjoy doing.
Well, first off, I'd like to say that I go to school at Royal Live Oaks Academy of the Arts and Sciences off John Smith Road in Hardyville. It's a small school. It's basically like elementary, middle, and high school all into one.
Jack DeGroff, please come to the principal's office. Thank you.
Have you gotten in trouble for that? No?
Never.
Yeah, good.
They never do that anymore, I don't think.
So what class you're a senior this year? You're going to graduate? How do you feel about that? Are you ready?
No.
No, nobody that's a senior is ready. So they complain. They complain about, I can't wait till my senior year. They get to their senior year and they're like, oh shit, I got to go to work.
Yep.
I got to punch a clock. Like they got to do the real thing. Like, we when your mom and I grew up, we were working at a young age, but
yeah,
it was more so they never moved out of their house before. It's a big step. It's So how do you feel about that?
Well, it'll be exciting, but it's also just going to be just the next big step of chapter 2 in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Good way to think about that. What do you got? Let's get to the fun stuff. Jack, what do you enjoy doing?
Primarily, I enjoy either playing on guitar, but primarily drums. Love music in general, like spending time with my family.
Jack, we know you got some social handles. Why don't you go out there and let them know what your social handles are so they can check you out?
Well,
where can they find you, Mr. DeGroff?
They can find me on Instagram and TikTok. I don't post much on Instagram.
Okay, what's your Instagram handle?
It's Facelift the drummer, all one word. And TikTok, it's Facelift_drummer, but main username at Facelift.
Tell us a little bit about Why do you call yourself Facelift?
So basically, the name Facelift came from an album by the band Alice in Chains, which was their 1990 debut album, which I happen to be very interested in, and I really enjoy it. But it's mostly just one song in particular,
What song?
Man in the Box, which was the song that actually brought them into mainstream success and got them a gold record.
So you like grunge music?
Yes. I mean, I not only just grunge, I love just the entire genre of rock,
Absolutely.
especially heavy metal.
What are some of your favorite bands besides Alice in Chains?
Oof. Metallica, definitely Black Sabbath is one. Led Zeppelin, which also happens to be Mom's favorite band. So,
That's true.
Wait a minute, time out. Your mom must have, she's told the Lowcountry her favorite bands over her left shoulder, you know?
Yeah.
But, so she must have, let's get something straight. It sounds like if she was on a Led Zeppelin train, Lowcountry, she's jumped off it.
No.
And she has jumped on the Taylor Swift.
No.
bandwagon.
Those are two separate genres in general.
But yes, she says your favorite band.
My favorite band, Taylor Swift, is an entity on her own. She's not a band.
She's got a band behind her.
She has a band behind her. She's not known. She's an entertainer.
Okay. So, Jack, do you have any other, what songs do you enjoy playing the drums to?
Ooh.
What are your favorite licks?
Well, I have been, most recently, I've been working on a song called Falling Away From Me by the band Korn, Korn.
Mm-hmm.
They
Thanks
are,
for spelling that for us, buddy.
Yeah.
You're
well,
so cute.
He wanted to make sure there's no
Thank you.
confusion
I
with
know.
Gen X. They'd be like, oh,
exactly.
they start looking up CORN, you know.
That's true.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I had to, it's a good reason.
Yeah, it's a different
Um,
generation. And he likes the old school stuff, and he's just letting his generation know how it's spelled so they can
That's
look
true.
it up.
We're
And
now considered
Exactly.
to be vintage. So
Yeah,
I
we're
get it.
relics.
The
Yeah.
But
vintage.
basically, that song and the band in general, they were known as pioneers of the new metal, which is basically like rap and stuff
Mixed in.
mixed with rock music.
Mhm.
And they became very popular. Their debut album, 1994, was a big hit
Yes, absolutely.
and launched their career. And they were known as like basically just something that no one had ever seen before.
That is true. And they were the headliners at Woodstock 99.
Yeah, they were. And
And that was a really cool performance.
yeah,
I'll tell you what I like about watching Jack and his little journey of growing through, you know, his discovery of music and kind of letting that be a positive influence in it, or you know, at least an encouraging influence in his life, and that is that he's open to listening to all
Practically
kinds
anything.
of stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, he does nothing like the polka, but you know. I'm sure that Jack would be willing to listen to it for a once through before making that judgment. And
Yeah.
that's what I like is like, hey, Jack, here's some country music. And he likes that.
Yeah, I
and
do.
there's some folks there that he likes. And he likes some Michael Jackson. And you know,
Yeah.
tolerate Dave Matthews and then Green Day and Blink-182 and some alternative music. So I like that he's not just
Stuck
has
on one
tunnel
genre.
vision on death metal.
No, there's
Because then,
never
you know,
been a-
yeah, because it's, you know, like he lets a lot of things influence his decision on how he chooses his music. And he might not understand. He might not know that even though I'm working, I'm listening to what the kid actually is playing and doing. And so
Well-
that's been my observation. And I know I haven't even I have not told the family this. So I figured, hey, why not tell the Lowcountry what I tell the family, you know?
Yeah, let's just tell everybody.
Yeah.
Well, definitely worth it.
So what's the next step, Jack? What do you want to show? Because right now Jack's been, and gotta give him credit. I mean, he's playing with some. They're pretty cool arrow sticks. But what do you think? Where's the next step? What do you want?
Well, I think my next step is to actually get a smaller electric drum kit because the air drums, I mean, they still work pretty good, but they have just
nothing to hit.
Yeah, nothing to hit, and also I think I've accidentally hit the sticks together a couple of times just by accident, and they've started to actually like split apart. So I had to actually tape them back together
Mhm.
just to keep going.
That's
And
good. Yeah,
yeah, I got
they're
nervous.
still working.
Yeah, they're still working fine. It's just I feel like the
beat up.
coordination of like each drum, like one instance, like the snare can be right here, and then the next instance
Oh, it
it's all
moves
the way over
around.
here.
Yeah, it's something probably not
It's
loose.
so annoying, but yet I have to figure it out.
And what in a perfect world, where do you see? I mean, where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years with?
Music.
Do you want to continue? You want? Is this something you want to be your profession or just a hobby?
Well, I want it to I want it to be a part of me, like maybe a hobby, but I'm also thinking about doing it professionally.
Maybe a hobby that turns into a profession.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just starting out simple right now, but eventually I want to get into the professional stuff. It's going to take some time though.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And,
Practice.
but so far, I'm pretty. Your mom and I have talked about it. We're pretty impressed with like your progress. You know, it sounds.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, it
Yeah,
looks
I
like
mean,
for
we've
just
evolved quite a bit in the past year and a half from
yeah.
one interest to another. I mean, the drumming and everything, we were like, okay, hopefully this one, yeah, we like this. Okay.
And I can play most instruments, but I'm not good at the drums. I mean, I can play the basics. I'm not good because I have no hand-foot coordination. I can't get two on two different beats. It just doesn't happen.
I only played the piano. I played the flute for like 3 months. And
What did
then-
you play? Chopsticks on the piano?
No, I played piano for
Hot cross buns?
4 or 5 years.
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
I could play a lot of stuff. but
Beethoven's Fifth?
I can't play it anymore.
Oh.
I stopped after like 10th grade. My fingers aren't very long. I have stubby fingers. It's helpful if you have longer fingers. Like
My
longer.
fingers hurt.
No, it's
Your
just they
fingers
just can't
don't hurt.
play. Like you need to be able to stretch your fingers like over the keys to hit the sharps and everything. And sometimes it was like, oh no, I couldn't do it.
Maybe it's just your fingers were too short.
They
then.
were.
Yeah.
I used to tell that to my piano teacher. I'm like, I think my fingers are too short. She was like, no, you'll grow. I'm like, no, I don't think so.
So Jack, what do you want to do when you get out of high school? You know, we have a lot of listeners out there, and you know, maybe they might have something out there that would be available, an opportunity for you. But what do you think you might have some interest in?
Primarily, I want to consider doing like electrical engineering and stuff because, like, growing up, I've always been surrounded with like tearing stuff apart, putting it back together, and making it work. That's like 2 times better than it originally did.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Um,
because it came from China.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I've actually started. Like, I started out with simple stuff, and now I'm up to like working on actual like guitars and figuring out how all that stuff works. And
Yeah.
I think I want to expand that because it's fun for me, and I'm just one of those types of people who has to do something with physical with their hands.
Right.
Like, I just can't sit still most of the time.
It happens. I know
Yeah,
how it goes.
I know. Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah,
I don't know about your mom. Your mom can sit still.
yeah, she
Not-
can, but I
not
can't.
when I'm home. I'm usually standing up. I
Yeah.
stand up.
So, can you think of maybe even a summer job that would interest you to kind of get you prepared for kind of life, or is there something
I
that you'd
think
want to
so.
do for the summertime before you
Turn
start school?
18.
I'm gonna probably have to think about that a little bit. Like, I want to try and at least like have a simple job at first before I get a major career and go into college and stuff. But that's probably what I think is the best thing for me to do.
Well, look, Lowcountry, you heard it from him himself. If you're out there and you hire kids that are fresh out of fresh out of high school, before they go to college, or you need summer help, go ahead, drop in the comments. Leave us a drop. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. But we will have Jack reach out to you if possibly you might have something for him to do before he starts school.
You can even hit us up on any of our social media pages too. We're always able to answer any inquiries that people might have. So just hit us up so we can.
We'll forward them over to Jack.
Absolutely.
Yeah, have him get in touch with you, and so yeah, I'm excited for Jack to take the next step in his life.
It's about that time, and I think I'm ready for it.
Yeah, it's hey, I'll be honest with you, it's a lot of fun. Just you gotta, hey, you can't throttle it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, You can't send her too hard. You know what I mean, bud? Yeah.
Try our
I know
best.
exactly what you mean.
Yeah. I think I sent her a little too hard, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes.
We do have some news. This is breaking news. I will say, I think the Senate has voted that my tariffs, global tariffs, they're not. We're not. It looks like they're not going to do them. I talked to my friend G today, and we worked out a deal. We have a deal, so your goods from China are now going to get cheaper. That's correct.
Goods from China are going to get cheaper.
We have worked out a deal with the Chinese government, with Mr. Xi. He's a great guy. You know, we don't like the way he treats his people, but you know what? We did make a deal, and looks like the tariffs will be going away. I don't know. It's not finalized yet, but in the Senate today also they voted. It's not a good day for the Trump organization, I don't think.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, they're about to ban DJI, but the drones will get cheap. But at least your goods and services, your goods from China. I guess what the deal was Trump said, listen, China, you're going to start buying our American soybeans again from our American farmers. And I guess that was the bargaining chip. Like, if you do that, then I'll take, of course, they're not all going to go away, but they're going to take, retract some of these tariffs. I think this was the point all along, Lowcountry. I mean, all you got to do is put a little pressure. You put your thumb, right there on their soft spot, and give them a little push, and they go, that hurts, and you go, well, say uncle, and they don't, and they wait too long to say uncle, and Trump goes, listen, I'm going to give you more tariffs, or you buy our soybeans, then you can say uncle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't push on my soft spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, push and hold. Push and hold. Meow. Yeah. So, for Trump, I mean, I don't think, so long. Oh, they did also say that they were going to try very hard to curtail their involvement in the outpouring of Chinese fentanyl that's coming across
not the Chinese border, no, not in the airport. It's coming across Mexico. Biden's mistake. He did not build the wall. Don't worry, the wall's built.
Interesting.
So that's the other thing is their encounters, I think, are like they're very few. Before, people were lining up, swimming across in a straight line across the Rio Grande. Not anymore. He took care of that situation.
Hey, you want to know a little random Halloween factoid? I'm sure everybody really wants to know.
Absolutely.
Pet costumes are a huge business here in America. Americans will spend over $860 million to cloak their pet in Halloween items.
Really?
The most popular costume is a pumpkin. And I say this because we have a pumpkin costume for Luna.
And she hates it. She hates it.
It's her anxiety jacket.
Oh.
She gets so embarrassed.
No, I put it on
anytime
her. She lays down and she takes a nap.
Yeah,
It's
because
great.
she's trying to sleep the time away before somebody takes it off of her. I would do the same thing.
She's so embarrassed.
Yeah. Yeah, she was in here and she's now exited the building, so we were going to let her say hello. She's already been on the show, though. So.
She has. She'll come in if she feels like it.
Yeah.
But everybody just needs to make sure that they are watching for foot traffic, pedestrians, little kids, and their parents walking around. Make sure that you are being safe this Halloween, and be nice to your neighbors, too. If they don't have their lights on, don't be doing anything bad to their houses just because they're not giving out candy.
Yeah,
Sometimes
listen.
you can't afford it.
Listen, and their lights may be off because they're a child sex offender. Listen, those people are not allowed to answer their door, hand out candy, and their lights are supposed to be off. So that could be the reason the lights are off. So that's a great lead in to don't go up to their door because
most kids should know, if they don't already, to make sure to not go to the houses that are not lit up. If they don't have any type of decor, they don't have any lights on, they don't have anything, it looks like no one's home, don't go knocking on their door. They're not going to answer the door. So, easy enough.
And Gina says, be kind. Give the teenagers a Snickers bar. But if they look sus, get them out.
If they're being jerks, then you have every right not to give them.
But
a
let the
candy bar,
teenagers
but
celebrate their last Halloween, their
I would
last
much
hoorah.
prefer-
Hopefully, it's their last hoorah.
I would much prefer a teenager to be asking for a Snickers bar than to be egging my house. So, or doing bad things on the street like these kids are doing these days. Not our kid, but other kids. So,
Yeah, we know there's kind of a status on it, but these the kids get into 15, 16, 17 years old. But
Doing bad stuff.
hey, let the kid be a kid if he's still a kid. It really doesn't exist much anymore. I know I wasn't doing it at that age. I
you
didn't
know
even
what?
do it in high school.
You may have a kid like ours who's awesome enough to make his mom really happy and wear a Joker costume on our podcast just to make me happy because it's my favorite holiday.
Yeah, it's her Super Bowl,
I
and
feel
he
like we
dressed
did
as
everything.
he put his Sunday's best on for his Super Bowl.
I feel
Precisely.
like I did it right. Everything is good now because how many teenagers do you know that would actually probably do something like that? Not that many. Most of them would probably tell their parents, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. But not our kid. Our kid was really sweet about it. So
Yeah. So, Low Country, look, we're
Blessed.
really glad to have Jack on the show. Jack, we're going to have you back. So, thanks for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
And listen, Low Country, you hear it. Jack is writing his story. So, you keep building, keep dreaming, keep writing your story. We'll see you next time on the Low Country's Unscripted.
happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!